There we go. Sorry about that. For now, I'm just here. That'll be a touchdown for Miami. Sorry, I've been kind of doing some things, so I'm not going to be commentating for a little bit, but I'll be there. I'll still just watching, but at least for maybe the first quarter or so, for a bit of it. But I'll still be there. I'm just trying to. Right, but I mean, to be fair, though, Baltimore is kind of the team right now that has a lot to prove. Because right now, I mean, thanks that week 10 loss to the same team that was Miami, they're going to be pretty demotivated, try and win, but hopefully they can at least make something happen. But as far as they're concerned, I'm not holding my breath. Hold on one sec. Seems they're peacocking it. Welcome, chat. All right, so we got Timmy on the left side. I mean, hopefully they can at least get a score here to hopefully boost this team's morale, because if they don't score here, this is going to be a very long game for Baltimore, not in a good way. Thankfully, they will get a 40-yard game or 40-yard gain thanks to Reap. Not the most ideal throw, but thankfully, these are covered. So far, looking pretty good. But they are going to have to see much better throws from this team. Okay, well, I don't know if I spoke too soon there, but either way, though, I would like to see Baltimore at least put up a fight, but we're going to find out if they can. And Timmy's going to take the lane. Very good play on there. Very good call on his part, on Timmy's part. Sorry. I'm. Oh, and BBH Luke going to call a timeout. I don't really know the exact reason, but I'm assuming it was for some strategic purposes. But either way, Timmy does have a lane, but unfortunately, the short is going to block it, and just not exactly. It doesn't seem like the wide receiver and the quarterback are on the same page, and it's going to be a 4th and 4. Not exactly ideal. Oh, but he does have the lane again, and he's going to take it, and he is going to get 6 yards, so that will be a first down. Definitely what Baltimore needed for now, but they are going to have to get a touchdown at some point. I mean, first downs are nice, but but it is going to be to 9K. Good for about 11 yards. I mean, a very modest amount, but running with the football is going to get a little bit harder because there is a lot of less space to work with for this offense in terms of the past line of scrimmage. But either way, Timmy going to be looking around, is going to find 9K again, is going to get the first down. And just like that, Baltimore in prime position to score here to hopefully tie this game up. But is Baltimore going to be able to do it is the question. And again, anyone needs to. Sorry, chat. Apparently it will be. Oh my goodness, he's at the goal line. But unfortunately, oh, actually, it's a first down. Okay. I don't exactly know what happened. Sorry, I keep like going somewhere for like minor errand stuff, but either way though, Timmy not in the best position, but thankfully is gonna find Reed for the touchdown on the out route. And just like that, Baltimore has a chance, is keeping this game competitive so far, which I am not complaining about whatsoever. I mean, if you're Baltimore, just making minor, a very crucial mistake. Unfortunately, going for two does not count unless it is the fourth quarter. And I will be right back for a moment. Sorry, chat. I'm back again. All right, hopefully for real this time. But BBHA Luke is going to get it to DPT Grim on the walk. I mean, so far, sorry, chat. But either way, though, I mean, Baltimore definitely does need to step up on defense a little bit if they want any chance to win. And somehow that was nearly a touchdown there from Baltimore, but thankfully it was just a little bit overthrown from the looks of it. Yeah, definitely not ideal to leave him open like that, but either way, BBHA Luke on a 2nd and 15 with the final play in the first quarter. It looks like it's going to be the check down to Envy. And it will be a first down with 21 yard for a 21-yard gain, but no more first downs for Miami from the looks of it. They are going to have to earn this one. But so far, this Miami offense has been playing pretty well offensively. Maybe not the best defensively, but they are pretty good offensively at least. And this will not be an exception with SSGW with a touchdown on the LS. The dive easily able to take it home. Baltimore was just not quite ready for that. Honestly, I wasn't quite expecting it either myself, but either way, I guess I was kind of expecting it, but like it probably would have been my first guess on what they would do. But if I am making sense, but either way, 9KX is going to be the one to return it. It's going to get a pretty good amount. Going to be around the 33. Definitely not terrible, but Baltimore is going to have to score as well to keep up with them. All right, and 9K is going to be the one to get it for a 13-yard gain, or maybe a 12, either one. I mean, definitely a very good chunk of yardage right there. And oh, nearly intercepted there, but thankfully 9K is going to be the one to pull it in. So far, 9K has definitely been the favorite target for Timmy so far this game. But will any other wide receiver step up? Outside of maybe Reap. And looks like it's going to be to Reap. Unfortunately, he was slightly... Was that to Reap? I think I might have been to Reap. But it seems that he was just a bit out of position. I mean, I don't really know why Reap stopped there. I mean, definitely a poor move on Baltimore's part, but either way, it will be Miami's ball, and hopefully, maybe they can try to extend their lead if they can, but they're backed up all the way, and they're just going to throw it way deep. I mean, that's probably going to be grounding. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, that is definitely grounding. Yeah, that is definitely grounding. But either way, RGL is going to get the catch on the fold. And either way, SSGW going to get it on another fold, and that will be a first down. Dives in this game are definitely quite potent in this league, that is for sure. And DPT Grim is going to get it off the walk. Unfortunately, not going to be good enough for a first down, but will be still a decent amount of yardage towards it, so can't complain. And what in the world is this right deep? I have no idea what this right deep is doing. Yeah, he just completely ignored him. I mean, I don't know if the free safety was supposed to get that, or I guess he was maybe expecting the free safety to get that, but I have really no clue what that right deep was doing. I mean, like the outside is locked up by the shore. I don't really know. I mean, I guess maybe who's waiting for the MLB or the free safety to cover it, but like, I feel like that should be you. I mean, if that was the case, I mean, I kind of get it, but like, that's still kind of on you there. You weren't really doing anything. But either way, Timmy trying to look and see anything here, and oh, and unfortunately, Coda not going to be quite there to get it. Was just a tad bit underthrown. Timmy has just not exactly made the sharpest of throws, though. I mean, it's pretty hard to win. It seems it's pretty hard for him to make some pretty tough throws. Oh, and unfortunately, that might be one of the. I mean, I guess you could maybe blame the wide receiver for that one, but I mean, Baltimore's definitely a team that can't really win off of finessing throws. Yeah, yeah. When quarterback is pretty much. I mean, yeah, when quarterback's really the. I mean, I guess wide receivers kind of matter too, but like definitely nowhere near as impactful as quarterback. Like if you don't have a good quarterback, and I'm not calling Timmy incompetent, but that's not really I'm not really here to bash him, but more of most it's mostly just kind of how things are. If you can't execute certain things as quarterback, whether it's your fault or not, like it's pretty much the difference between winning and losing. It's a lot of games you kind of just notice where it's just if you the better quarterback wins. Like 90% of the time, I wouldn't say 90, but at least 90% of the time, it's just better quarterback wins. Like it's really everything else is kind of just a non-factor. Okay, I wouldn't say non-factor, but a lot of it just whoever has a better whichever quarterback plays better wins, and that's kind of it. The rest of it's kind of just you can put between wide receiver, offensive line, and maybe defense. All of the rest of the maybe the 10%. But yeah, either way though, Timmy going to be looking around, gonna find Coda. Oh wait, that wasn't Coda. Who was 80 then? Oh, I don't know. I guess I was just saying the wrong names. Either way though, Timmy, unfortunately, a near fumble there for Baltimore definitely would have been very unlucky there. But Fatal Cena is going to be the one to recover that. But so far, I mean, Baltimore has just not been showing up whatsoever on offense these past couple drives. But maybe they can find some life here, and it is going to be a touchdown thanks to Reap for his second of the game. And just like that, Baltimore might still be back in it. But again, I don't know if I would hold my breath if I was Baltimore. Yeah, I definitely do not hate that pass whatsoever. Like I said, it's all going to come down to if Timmy can execute these kinds of passes. I mean, I know that's I mean, again, that's pretty much all you can really boil it down to. I mean, I mean that's kind of why. I mean, honestly, what I said before with the quarterback thing. I mean, that's kind of why I think Roblox football is a relatively simple game in competitive, just because a lot of it's just like quarterbacks really the only position that matters. Like you could pretty much put anyone at any other position, and I think you'd be fine. Like everything else is kind of just afterthoughts. But either way, SSGW is going to end up being completely wide open and getting the touchdown there. At least that's, but yeah, back to what I was saying. At least it's just my opinion. I mean, I'm not saying like wide receiver never being good, wide receiver like never matters, but it's more of just like if you don't have a good quarterback, there's no like being a good wide receiver doesn't really matter that much if I'm being honest. Because quarterback is kind of just like the biggest agency on the team. I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking a little too hard and I'm a little stuffy, so maybe I'm just being a little delusional, but I don't know. That's just me. I could see quarterback getting nerfed if we ever have a balance update for this game, though, just because of the reasons I stated above. But either way, Timmy gonna be rolling around is gonna find is that Big Lot Hands? Did I read that right? I don't know. But either way, Timmy. I mean, hopefully, maybe Timmy can at least find some signs of life here. Is gonna find Ace on the left side streak. So far, Baltimore has been performing a bit better on offense. I will admit to that. Or at least so far this game. But again, they are going to need to execute. And Ace gonna get his touchdown. And that will be the third touchdown for Baltimore. So far, Timmy has been able to execute pretty well. But again, they are still behind by at least 2 scores. So it's going to take a lot of help on defense to be able to have them come back. But anything can happen. That's what Roblox football is. I mean, you think a game is over until it isn't. But either way, Crystal Bacon. Oh gosh, gonna be the one to return a kick there. I mean, so far this has been a pretty good performance so far for Miami. They haven't really gotten a turnover or punt yet. But either way, Baltimore is going to have to step it up on defense, and DPT Grimm is just going to find a streak wide open there. Thankfully, there will be someone there to tackle him for Baltimore, but not a good look to leave him wide open like that. They have been leaving those streaks on the inside wide open. Unless that deep left or free safety covers the middle on DPT Grimm, that's probably going to be not much different. Okay, they will cover it, but thankfully RGL is going to be able to catch it despite being in double coverage, but does get popped by a Baltimore defender, so it will be incomplete. And so far, BBH, Luke is going to give it to 640 Diana. Haven't seen much from Diana as of or so far into this game, and Miami will use their second timeout this game with 19 seconds left. Now, one thing to keep in mind for Baltimore is that if they do somehow get a stop, when this clock ends, they will get the ball at the second half, and they will be able to make this game just a little bit closer. So getting a stop on this drive will definitely be very ideal for them. All right, and RGL is going to get the first down, but unfortunately not close enough to a touchdown, and that did waste almost 10 seconds on that clock. So definitely not ideal if you are sorry, what was I saying? Definitely not ideal if you are Miami unless you can score here on these next 2 plays or so. I would definitely expect some quick plays though. Okay, that is an incomplete. That does waste about 4 seconds, so still good for Baltimore. But if I was Baltimore, I'd be careful for any streaks or walks. And here we go. Gonna be a streak in the RGL. Is gonna be wide open, completely getting the burn. Are we gonna have a breakdown on what happened there? I have no idea what in the world happened to that short or how he got burned, but either way, Miami is definitely not complaining. And looks like it will be an extra point kick. That will be no good. But here we go. Let's see if Miami can. All right, and Timmy, what are you doing, Timmy? I mean, I get it. It's not the best field position, but I don't really know what you're doing. I get it. It wasn't the best field position for you, and I don't know if you would have got a toss up anyways, even if he did go out of bounds immediately. But that's, I mean, definitely this team has not been able to execute fully yet, which is a tad bit unfortunate. But either way, though, let's see if Baltimore can find something here. Unfortunately, he's just gonna find a Miami defender in that area. Yeah, I don't really know what Timmy was looking for there exactly. Maybe he was expecting an out from 80, number 80, or is that K9? I think I might be K9. I don't know. I can't tell the names half of the time, but either way, Luke gonna just barely overthrow DPT Grim on that streak. But either way, it's gonna be another touchdown for RGL. I mean, so far this has not been Baltimore's game so far, and it looks like it's going to be history repeating itself. I mean, there's not really much I could say about that outside of, well, that. Also, is art? Okay, I was about to say, I'm like, all right, but Lixjin is gonna get around the touchback line, which isn't bad, but not good either. Either way, though, Timmy, I mean, maybe he can find something, but right now, if as far as Baltimore is concerned, I would not hold my breath whatsoever, given how bad this defense has been playing. But either way, it looks like he's going to try to find the fold. Dakota, and he's going to be able to get it, and he's going to get a first down and more. Unfortunately, the numbers of Miami will end up getting to him. But still a good gain, nonetheless, for Baltimore, but they're going to need more than that to have any chance of catching up. And, oh, I don't really know where he was throwing to there. But either way, Timmy's definitely been struggling, and oh, takes a 10-yard sack trying to find a split up the middle. Is it me or has Timmy been lagging a little bit too? It could be just me, but it feels like he's playing really weird. Like it feels like he's like on mobile or console or something. Maybe he's just lagging. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know. It's really weird. Like his movement's really weird. Like not like cheating, but more of just like it feels lagging, you know? I don't know. Because ego. I'm just kidding. Man, comedy. But yeah, this has definitely not been the most interesting game if you want Baltimore to win, but it is how these games go. Oh, apparently DPT Grimm's gonna be quarterback, reportedly. Board and let him queue. Sorry, I was reading Fatal seeing his message, and I'm like, that. I mean, unfortunately, when you play for fun in a competitive league game, you're going to end up getting blown out in situations like this. I mean, this is a competitive league, dude. Like with Robux on the line, like 10,000, and you're just playing for fun. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like be depressed or whatever, but like your priority should be to win, not not play for vibes. Like you're pulling a Zaza moment. It's a Marvel Rivals joke if you guys are not aware. It's what happens when you play for the vibes, you know? And honestly, I've been playing for teams that have that same feeling, so it's not just I don't think Fatal Scene is alone on that, but I don't know. I'm just saying a lot of stuff that who do you got, Miami or New England? New England has definitely been the favorite, but I could definitely see Miami winning. Wait, is Miami even playing? Is Miami even going to play against New England? Let me look. No, they're going to be facing New Orleans. They're not. I don't think. Wait, no. Okay, Miami is going to be facing New England. Okay, I thought they were. I was looking at the wrong thing. But in terms of, but yeah, I could definitely see Miami winning. But I think New England is definitely the better team. But I can no doubt see Miami beating them though. They are Miami is definitely a solid team themselves, or at least so far. I mean, they do have their mess ups, but either way, 640 Diana is going to get another touchdown this game. I mean, I think now Miami is just kind of trolling at this point. They aren't really doing much else. And the thing about playoffs is that stats don't really mean quite as much in playoff situations. I mean, you're not really playing for any awards or anything like that. I mean, I guess maybe you might, but I mean, it don't really matter much if you don't win, you know? I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what Miami called a timeout for, but either way, Timmy is going to be quarterback once again, and Fatal Cena is going to get a catch on the streak and will be good for about a 29-yard gain. I mean, so far, this has definitely not been a welcoming game for Timmy so far. And unfortunately, I think it might end sooner than later, but we'll see what happens. But 9K is going to get a first down on that catch on the out route. I mean, maybe they can avoid a mercy rule if they can, but again, I definitely would not hold my breath. But here we go, Timmy, near the goal line. I mean, perhaps they can try to make something happen here. Is going to find Ace on the out route. It is going to be a touchdown to Ace. Does Miami realize that stat padding it doesn't really mean as much in the playoffs? I mean, technically they're down 27, but and apparently we got an AFK deep doing whatever the heck he's doing. Either way, BBH Luke. I mean, that's double blocking, but either way. Actually, I don't really know if the other guy was blocking, but I don't really know what Miami is really doing at this point. Oh, oh, and RGL gonna get popped there on the outside, but either way, I mean, Miami is clearly just trolling at this point. 640 Diana is going to get it on the LS there, but and now we have a 3rd and 6. And it's going to be caught by DPT Grim, I think, but since he only dived forward, he is not going to get the touchdown. Or the touchdown? I don't know. I'm just saying weird stuff. Yeah, Chicago. I noticed Chicago beat the Cardinals or beat Arizona. That was pretty surprising to me. I think I think Arizona is thankful I did not stream that game, or anyone for that matter. I was kind of sick, so I didn't really wasn't able to stream that, but would have been an enjoyable game though. I'm not going to lie, but Roy is definitely happy I didn't stream it at least, though I cannot say the same for any of the Chicago players. But yeah, like I said, man, in this league anything can happen, especially in playoffs. So, but either way, RGL is going to get another touchdown. But yeah, like I said though, in playoffs anything can really happen, you know. I mean, Miami could beat New England. I mean, you never know. I'm not saying they will, but I don't think Miami's really a team that will just bend the knee to the number 1 seed, you know? I think I think even if Miami loses, you know they're not going to go down without a fight. That's kind of who I think Miami is as a team. But either way, 9K is going to be lagging for like 5 seconds. What in the world was that lag though? But either way, Timmy going to lag a little bit, but thankfully is going to find Fatal Cena on the out route. And it will be a 30-yard gain for that. But here we go. And Timmy with 14 or 11 seconds left in the third quarter is going to get sacked for about 8 yards. Definitely not ideal if you are Baltimore at the moment. And Gonna try a walk there. Fortunately, could not aim that right. And now with a 3rd and 23, I mean, this is not looking good so far for Baltimore outside of that catch from Fatal Cena. But here we go. It looked like a premature triple rush. And here we go. Gonna be a catch on the full to Ace. And he is gonna get tackled for about 35 yards. And that will be the end of the 3rd quarter. And now Timmy with a prime opportunity to score here. Okay, maybe not quite yet, but unless they want to, but either way, Timmy gonna be backed up a long ways away. This might be a toss-up, ladies and gentlemen, or it will be just a check down to Fatal Cena from the looks of it. And it will only be good for a 7-yard gain. Not bad, though, not bad. And it will be another catch to Fatal Cena. Is going to be only good for about 16 yards. And now they are placed at the 1-yard line. And now, I really have no clue what in the world Miami is doing. But either way, that will be a catch to Ace. But either way, DPT Grim is going to be looking for a fade to 3 receivers, and RGL going to be the one to come up with it. I mean, is there really anything left to commentate in this game? I don't really know. Somehow 9K is going to get the interception there on that fade. Some odds, I guess some go in their favor, but maybe that is just me. So far, things have been pretty okay, though. But Timmy, let's see if they can find anything here, but no. Not going to find anything there. I mean, so far, though, things have been pretty decent for Baltimore, but, I mean, again, some could argue this is garbage time for them. This doesn't really mean much. And, yeah, you can kind of tell just looking at everything. But either way, though, it's a 3rd and 15. Let's see if Baltimore can do something here. What in the world was that pass to? Was that supposed to be a? Was that a cut? I mean, I guess that's a grounding, but then again, the other should have been a grounding, so makeup call, I guess. And up, gonna be intercepted by DPT Grimm. Unfortunately, did not have quite the best angle on that throw, but, or well, positioning wise, I mean, I wouldn't say the throw was bad angle wise, but just, or he was positioning on the throw. Well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. But you sound sad. I mean, there's nothing really to say about it. I mean, I'm a little stuffy, but it's not like, I mean, I was kind of sick yesterday, so yeah, sorry if my, I mean, then again, this game has been kind of depressing in a way. Nothing really much to commentate over. So if that doesn't, this game doesn't really help. I'd be a bit more enthusiastic if the game was closer, but Miami's just trolling at this point. I mean, maybe Baltimore can come back, but like I said, though, I'm not holding my breath for that. But either way, though, interception is going to be for Baltimore, though. So I don't know. Maybe they can come back with and get like 3 onside kicks. Again, I would not hold my breath, but it could happen. You never know. Either way, Timmy going to be looking around if he can, is going to find a fold on the left side, and it's going to be to Reap. And that's going to be good for a pretty good amount. I will say that. I said good twice, but either way, Ace, I'm going to get a touchdown on the streak, and you pretty much know why I'm not quite as enthusiastic because, I mean, again, Miami's just trolling. Like I really don't know why they are ending this game. Like, like, like stats don't really mean much in playoffs, and honestly, I don't really see the point in wasting everyone's time. But if you can just mercy them, but it's all right. It's whatever. But either way, Timmy getting backed up all the way. And looks like he's going to try to toss it up. Unfortunately, Reap was the one that caught it, but was popped by DPT Grimm. And now maybe they can get the onside kick. Oh, and they do get it. Okay, well, maybe this could be a game if they get a couple more of those. But again, I would not hold my breath if I was Baltimore. But I guess if you're Baltimore, you have to cling on to some kind of life. Okay, well, Timmy nearly fumbling the ball there. But thankfully, Licks was able to get to the ball in time before Miami could, albeit barely. And Timmy, I mean, gonna try to run it twice. Hopefully to try to open up the passing game just a little bit. And Ace going to barely get in bounds there on that reel. I don't really know how that was not incomplete, but either way, Timmy gonna give it to RK at or 9K. Sorry, I can't speak. But again, Baltimore needs a touchdown here. And they're gonna get it thanks to Reap. Alright, and that's another one. I mean, 2 more scores in this game might be winnable for them, but again, it is a very tall order to ask for. But the 2-point will be good, so it will be a 13-point game, making this game actually winnable. for Baltimore if they can get this onside kick. Unfortunately not. Godfist is going to be the one to recover it. And now Baltimore's just pretty much at the mercy. Yeah, and Baltimore's at the mercy of whatever Miami wants to do. And now BBH Luke, or Luke, is going to try to put this game to a close before Baltimore can come back, more than likely. Unfortunately, it will be an incomplete there to DPT Grimm on that streak. There we go, 640 Diana, going to get about 13 yards on that LS. And Baltimore going to be the one to call a timeout there. I mean, I guess if you have a chance, you know? But either way, RGL going to immediately shut that down. And this game might be over. And if it ain't over now, it might as well be. And just like that, Miami is going to be taking on New England. From the looks of it. Here we go, Fatal Cena. Gonna be quarterback for the remainder of this game. Or whatever's left of it. I mean, it looks like it's just gonna be a toss-up on a 3v2. Going to be popped, and it was Luke who was supposed to get the interception, if not for that pop. And here we go, Fatal Cena is going to find the split up the middle and just going to toss it up to absolutely nowhere. But either way, Fatal Cena is going to be looking around and he's going to try to find another toss. And it's going to be intercepted by RGL, and just like that, I mean, this game's pretty much over no matter what happens for the last 3 seconds of the game. And it looks like it's going to be a final toss-up. This game from Luke. I mean, honestly, it doesn't really matter what happens here. That is a very nice trail though. But either way, RGL gonna get a touchdown for the final play of the game, and this game is over. And I guess I'll show some stats, I guess. But either way, I mean, not much I can really say about this game, except Miami is facing New England for round two of playoffs. Sorry I've been a little bit sick, guys, but either way, kind of for that reason, I'm sort of just going to end it a bit shorter than I usually do. Because, like I said, I mean, it was a fun game. I had a bit of fun. It's not like, I know my voice didn't really show it a lot, but it was an alright game. Just kind of how it is. But yeah, a lot to look forward to so far for the remainder of this playoffs and potentially what's going to happen with season 3 of CFL. But yeah, either way, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Woohoo!